Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to mess around here. Yeah, no clear wave pattern really. We continue to be in the situation that I do expect another low. There could be some short-term upside before we see that low, but there is, in my opinion, at least not yet with Bitcoin, any reason. There's no reason to become very excited, because there are other charts, there are better charts. Example, Quant that now reached my target area to the upside. So at some point expect here a retracement there. Ethereum has just generally a better setup. We've got Aave, we've got BNB, we've got Matic. But Bitcoin is just sort of not doing much. And to be honest, next week we've got the CPI data coming in. Maybe that will give it a bit of a move and help it to get out of this sort of messy range in which we really have been, you could say, since the beginning of September or even since June. Yeah, because all of this is just a messy price action here. Yeah. At the moment, yeah, still expecting here a new low for Bitcoin. That could be, as per this wave count, around the corner, because as per this wave count, we can count the move here to the downside as a wave one that bottomed at 18,550. We moved up into our reversal area in a wave 2. We came down here into the wave 3 area. We moved up into wave 4. Now, to be fair, wave 4 could already be over here. Yeah, but it could be. Absolutely, it could very well be. But at the moment, there is just no evidence for that. So we just need to have an open mind here that we could also push higher. That we go really higher in wave 4 would become likely if we break above that wave B high here. That wave B high is 20,450. To be fair, already above the previous swing high, which is at basically 20,000 here. This would already get very likely. But the point is that we now have finally the 5 waves complete that I wanted to see. Yeah, I talked to you yesterday. We were around this sort of 19.5, 19.6K level. And I said we only have 3 waves down, so this still makes or puts some reasonable probabilities towards a direct breakout pattern, because we talked about the likelihood of a direct breakout from here. We have the possibility of a 1-2 setup here, 1-2, but now that we have 5 waves down, we can basically take that off the table. There is no direct 1-2 setup breakout anymore possible from here, at least not. You can still construct it into this, but it's a mess, it's a right mess. And without having 5 waves as complete to the upside, I'm not going to confirm a direct breakout anyway. And as I said in previous videos, I really wanted to break above 22.1K to be able to confirm that. So for me, the focus continues to be on the downside. Yes, there could be some short-term upside, but this is not anything that I would be getting very aggressive about in terms of trading. Bitcoin with this behavior is for me just something to dollar cost average in here and there, especially these prices, but nothing crazy, nothing aggressive. I'd get more interested in this if we get below the 17.5K level again. But until then, it is sort of just watching from the sidelines and just waiting for an interesting move and an interesting setup, because to be honest, there isn't really a lot going on here in terms of interesting setups. There are better charts out there for that, charts that provide much more opportunity. But yeah, this move up in a wave C of Y is very much possible still, as long as we hold. Let me just re-emphasize that. As long as we're holding here sort of the 19,200 range. Different ways of doing it, but 19,200, if I draw the fibs from this swing low, we've got the 78.6% fib level, and if I use the higher swing low, it basically also, it's a bit higher, but 19,200 is, I think, one that would allow us to basically say, okay, if we come down to that level and break it, it is most likely not a wave B anymore here, yeah, and we will come down straight away and make new lows. So 19,200, very important. Of course, this is only an indicator. Yeah, this is not an absolute confirmation level. In my opinion, even more important here, the 18,450 level, this swing low, and then 18,500. All of these give us more confidence if they get broken that we go down straight away. And then we've got the pattern that I showed you in previous videos, where we say that just think that we obviously and that would be a different, we would then have to move into the pattern where we say the wave 4 peaked here and we're coming down in wave 5 straight away. Absolutely possible, because we have 5 waves down already. So this could be a wave 1 of the move down, there will be a wave 2 retracement, then there will be a wave 3 down, and so on. Or we count it even as a diagonal ABC to the downside. All of that possible. Unfortunately, there are numerous possibilities here on the Bitcoin chart. I'm still leaning to the downside. Short-term upside possible, but again, I wouldn't get excited about it until we get above 22.1k. Here even, that's the other chart where we can look at the wave count a little bit different. Here, yeah, I had on the chart the possibility that we could, as I said, we could have a direct breakout also here in this sort of diagonal pattern, an ending diagonal in a wave C. That has to be taken off the chart because the move down was now 5 waves. So we take that off the chart. You know, it is all a bit, it is all extremely messy. So here at the moment, the view would be wave B peaked. Yeah, that would be the view that we come down straight away. We came down in wave A here to 18 and 18.2k, moved up in a wave B, A, B, C, and we're now coming down in C. So all of that for me pointing to the downside. Also here we broke actually below this sort of wedge pattern on this chart. That's just a different way of counting it, a different way of looking at it. Let's see if we can reclaim it. But for now, the focus is just on the downside until the market proves us otherwise. And you know, the point here is this green area is still possible. All of that is still possible for a wave B. So it could still push higher. It would find a way to do it. But if it goes above 22.1k, and I think that is the important point here, if it goes above 22.1k, then with the chart can definitely flip bullish. Yeah, because then the overall context flips bullish. So, and then here again on this chart, you also see the important levels, especially here 18,450 would confirm we're coming down here in a wave C of 3. On this chart, and again, it depends on which wave count we use. On this chart here, we could assume there is only going to be one more low in a wave 5, and that could end the bear market around 17.5k. Here on the other chart, it will go a bit lower, between 14 and 16k. Now I can't rule out it will go lower, but that is sort of what I can see at the moment. There's no reason to speculate around a 3k or 10k Bitcoin, other than knowing it's possible. Yeah, but there is just no evidence in the chart for that yet, and it's all part of the same higher level scenario. Yeah, we could go down to 3k Bitcoin, absolutely, but there is no way of telling at the moment if this is happening or not. Yeah, therefore, again, it all comes down to strategy, how to deal with it. Therefore, all I do with Bitcoin at the moment is really, if it may be a trade here and there, but then only a small one. If it gets stopped out, don't worry about it. Dollar cost averaging, yes, smaller volume, smaller quantities, and other than that, getting more interested in it if we make new lows, and then just sort of in terms of adding to the cold wallet until we get a confirmed bottom in place. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.